If you have any questions on the MPC or even the SP1200, I've kind of got a good workflow on that. I've tried to use all the gear the same way in standalone mode where you can make a full song in standalone. I like to make all my beats in 8 bars. Everything that comes out is in the first 8 bars, and then I'll duplicate that sequence out 8 times and mute out my parts. That way I got 8 different variations of the same sequence. And it seems to work for a lot of gear that I have. We've done a lot of stuff on this channel in the last 5 years. I can't believe it's been 5 years, almost 6 years now. And when I started, I just wanted to take my guitars. I don't even I have another room on the other side of the studio, and it has about 8 guitars in it. I started playing guitar when I was 14, and then I went to bass guitar, quattro, mandolin. I know how to blow a horn, dude. I can blow trumpets, saxophones. I started with a trombone, but I can get the notes out. And the thing about the MPC was, how do I get all that? Because I have all these ideas. I can hear the music that I want, and when I have access to those instruments, I can get a note in and out in a certain pitch, even if it's 2 seconds. That's why I really dig the SP1200. It allows me to do that. I've learned a whole lot of stuff in the last 5 years with you guys on here. I don't know what else to teach, honestly. I'm just sharing as I go. And yeah, it's been really, really cool. Now, if you guys are familiar with the Moog Matriarch, it's a Salmon modular synthesizer. It has no sounds in it, and if you want to start making sounds, you can hook it up to your MPC the same way. I'll make a video about it here in a little bit, where you can go MIDI in, MIDI out, and record a nice little melody and start making your own sounds, and it hits totally different. And I'm really considering trading that thing. I don't utilize it as much as I should. I know that I'll pull it for sounds that I need, but I haven't been using it as much as I should be using it. And rule of thumb is, if I'm not using it in the studio, I gotta do something with it, either use it or pass it on. So I'm thinking, if anybody, and I've been really looking at that ASR 10. When I got the MPC keys, somebody asked me in the comments, is it anything like an ASR 10? Because I was splitting the keys and doing the 16 levels on there and everything. I'm not familiar with the ASR 10. And the more and more I look and listen to it, the more I really, really like the texture of the sound. The SP1200 gives you a really nice, really cool sound. For drums, it's superior to anything I've ever heard. It's insane, the drums that come out this. But I wanted a little cleaner, not cleaner, just a different. I want it to separate. This glues everything together, but I want to see what that ASR sounds like. Definitely, just because I know it was like, what, 92 to 94 when they came out with it, and that's when shit hit the fan for me, dude. And I lost all access to music. I left state. I had to go to Wichita, Kansas for 3 freaking years. And all I had was a guitar and an amplifier, which I still have. But yes, that's another reason I like to pick off right where I left off. I guess that's the excuse, that's the bullshit story that I'm going to give myself to buy one of those things. But I am willing to trade it's all black Moog Matriarch. If you're around St. Louis and you're interested in something like that, or even a state away, dude, I'll drive a state away for real, for sure. That's a serious request if anybody's got something like that. But I want to play this song for you guys today. I'm not finished with it, but like I said, I had a little bit of fuzz and stuff inside of one of the samples. You can hear it whenever I turn it up really loud. These sound good, but they got some noise in the background. You can barely hear it unless I really juice it. But I thoroughly enjoy this machine. the MPC Live definitely helps out. The X is dope too, but I use the X to control all that modular shit back there. I control all my analog gear with that. Um, that's another thing. It's just like I'm using it as a MIDI controller. You know what I'm saying? I can go into it with the XLRs, and that's the advantage of having the X. You can go into the inputs with the XLRs. But I don't know. I might have to pass that thing up too. I mean, it totally made my channel. It made my channel whenever I started putting that thing on here and showing you guys. I was fumbling and stumbling around. But again, I'll trade that Joker. Yeah, sure will. I don't like selling things on reverb and doing things like that. I want to see the people that are getting the gear. Um, Last person I needed an MPC, I just straight gave it to him. You know what I mean? I like to do things like that sometimes. But I like to meet the people that are doing it. But let's play this song here, guys. I've been working on it. I think it's dope. I didn't arrange it. You can arrange it and do everything however you want. But I'm like, this sounds so good. I've been listening to it. It's like the replay value of just the drums alone coming through this thing. Of course, I'm using a little bit of help of the master bus processor or the Portico 2. This shit is fire. With this combination, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. So we're going to play this here and then just kind of have fun, all right? I was like, I just want to come on here and share with you guys, right? Just hang out for a second. I don't hang out with anybody. This is me hanging out. You guys are the people that I hang out with, so I appreciate you very much for coming by. You don't have to hit a like. You don't have to subscribe or nothing. Just sit back and listen to this. This is a lot bigger for me than just bobbing my head back and forth listening to a beat. When I make music like that, I get into this transient state of mind where all the shit outside doesn't bother me. I'm not thinking about anything outside. I'm going into my soul and pulling out shit to put on here. And that's a whole nother conversation about different types of meditation and stuff like that. But I really, truly, honestly believe that a lot of people, including myself, make music. And then when you start making stuff and pulling out ideas and melodies and stuff, and you're just cooking in here, you don't even know if it's been 2 or 3 hours. You don't know if it's day or night. That's because you're transitioning inwards, dude, and you're getting, it's good stuff. That's good stuff. And that's why music's addictive. It ain't because you like to bob your head and hurt your neck, dog. It's because the shit, and the better music you make, the more when people hear that, they get that feeling. They can think about the inside instead of forgetting about that's what music is. That helps you to freaking think. So check it. I'm gonna do my best here. Here we go. that I've been having today is trying to. Bro, guys, it's just like getting through that song. I don't know. Hopefully that was fire. You can hear that noise now that I'm talking. Just super juicy. Again, guys, I don't do this shit just to bob my head back and forth. I think it's bigger than music. So the better and the bigger the sound that I can get, the better, man. I mean, that's the goal. When you put a bowl of water underneath this speaker and you see what it draws and then make it a three-dimensional picture, you'd be like, yeah, I'm making more than music. You're producing more than music. So that's super dope. And another thing on another video, I want to show you how to take one of these beats like that, because that's a beat, right? I see this a lot on the MPC whenever uh, you have 16 tracks going and you got one sequence and you just start muting out your parts or whatever like that. You need to take that, and I want to show you how to actually take that into 64 bars and mute out per sequence. I like to do it in 8-bar intervals. Put everything on the first 8 bars and then mute them out per sequence. This way you can get some changes, bounce it to a sample, fade in, fade out, and you make your whole song. Now, I'm no pro, okay? I'm no professional music producer or anything like that, but I have had my music on a few different shows. I don't brag about it a lot, but I've been on Fresh Off the Boat. I've been on 3 different episodes on there. Accidentally registered my music on BMI and accidentally got a placement on Blackish. And that was dope because that was on national TV and they were paying fat for like 30, 40 seconds. Dude, they were paying me $200-$300. It was fat checks. And then they went to like Netflix and streaming platforms and fucked it all up for everybody. Because now you get the 0.00008 cents. Like, Polly, why do you put music on here and you didn't register this song through BMI and do all that and put it through DistroKid or any of those things? Because they pay you 0.00008 cents per. Say I get 100 views on DistroKid. They're going to give me point fractions of a fraction of a penny, which is dope. Whatever. It wasn't doing anything. Your music's doing something, and every day you can make pennies. But if I'm on YouTube, and yeah, it's not my platform, if I get 100 views or 1,000 views, they pay me personally damn near $10 per 1,000 views. So a bullshit song that I put out like this, just having a good time, by next week I'll make $20 off of it. So It's just a good way for me to be able to do this at the same time. Now, if it's a nice song and I want to take it further and have it mixed out and make records and do all that stuff, that's different. But I'm having fun doing what I'm doing and it's working for me. So, I mean, this is just one video. And I got almost 1,000 on here, 900 almost. And it's nice to find a nickel off of every single one of those videos every single day that when you wake up, it just adds up. Now, again, this isn't my platform. They could take it down. But as long as I'm not doing anything wrong, or if they feel like they want to take me down, that's fine. But again, if I've ever helped you on an MPC or hooking up a Behringer Neutron or a freaking Model D to your MPC to get audio return, if I've helped you with MIDI or going through Mixer of any sort, if you leave a like on the video, man, that mean a lot to me. If I've ever helped you for hours and hours and hours without charging you, I don't know. That brings me to another point where I was helping somebody, and happens to be somebody in the industry that owns a lot of music. Like somebody that I don't personally, I wouldn't want to work with that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody that straight up tells you, no, I have the rights to this guy's music, that guy's music, this guy's music. You can do whatever you want. I'm like, I thought about it. I'm like, I don't like that. I don't really like that. Respect the guy, and it's a hustle and whatever, but I ain't down with that, dude. I'm like, give the music back. Give the music back to the original artist and let them read it. That's not cool. You will give it to me, but you won't give it to the original artist. That's fucked. So I'm happy doing it my way. You know, I know what not to do. You know, I made plenty of mistakes. I know what not to do. And that, again, I want to honestly see if somebody wants to get into that Moog Matriarch or an MPC-X or something like that. It's not going to be fair trade. You're giving up an ASR 10, but I am looking for one. I'll even throw down a couple $100 for sure. But that's about it, guys. I just want to have fun in here, mess around today, and yeah, it's really, really dope. I like to save all my songs on here. Like I said, if you register your music and you do that, excuse me, that's totally different. Like you can get on shows and stuff like that, on TV shows, especially with the stem separation and all. It's super easy. I did it on accident with super easy. I almost want to learn how to do it on purpose and at will. But the beat that I heard in the song, they're like, oh, well, you can go here and it's in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. It's right here. And you can go in there and it's in this episode. And you go in there and listen to this shit and you can't even hear the music because it's background noise. I'm like, okay, I get that. That's cool. It was cool. But I didn't want to do it so much like that. It's just one way of making income with your music, but the one way that I did, and the checks was coming, but until they switched to Netflix and whatever. But to do it like this, I swear, man, I look on my thing, the last video that I had practicing in SP, I made like $6 off that video, just practicing. So I don't see anything wrong with that yet. Right on, guys. I'm Polypopo. I'm glad I caught that. We didn't record it, and I made it through a couple of times. I think it came out pretty good. I'm going to cut this short because I know you guys got a lot of stuff to do. And if not, you should get off the YouTube and do it, man. Be like, okay, this is the last video I'm going to watch today, and I'm just going to go down and lock in. Get yourself 3 cups of freaking coffee, bowl of candy, some chips, some popcorn. Fuck, man. Do whatever you got to do. Drink something. Have an energy drink. But lock in and don't leave the studio. I stayed down here for 5 hours today, and I didn't even expect to make a video. I was kind of, honestly, every time, I feel like quitting just as much as you guys do, honestly. But I don't, because I have kids, man. And I got to show them that whenever I invest in like that, you got to follow through, and you got to make something of it. You can't just sit here and collect shit and make it do nothing. When we have a business, and I show them that there too. I want to run this the same way. I'm trying to find time to do this and show them that it's worth it, okay? Girl's upstairs right now, chilling, doing her own thing. I want her to know that this is good, that you can do independent shit. Maybe I'll have her cook up a beat on the MPC Live keys for you. That's the only reason I haven't gotten rid of that thing, is because she knows how to control my whole studio with that board. Enough about me, guys. I'm going to play this shit one more time and I'm out of here. Yeah, I made the sample too. It's juicy. I made the sample with the Nord, and I got the drums off the Yamaha Montage, and it's super fat. I love, but it's nothing like sampling a record. If I could do it all over again, I would go into some of this high outboard gear that helps and gives it that boost. I wouldn't even trip on the keyboards and shit like that. I would go with a record player, a nice mixer, a preamp, and SP1200. I wouldn't really even have to have the keys on here. They're nice to have to bury the sample. They're really nice to be able to bury that. So meaning I'm playing all this stuff, right? But over here I can play other, like a bass line, and add more stuff to it a whole lot easier. But it's not a necessity. This thing's a monster. Absolutely. All my music from now on is coming out of this joker right here. No, I will not trade this ever for anything. But that Moog back there, that black matriarch, I had the grandmother, and it was dope. Remember, people were lifting it up and dropping it so it would do the reverb thing. It fucking drove me nuts. And so I had to do it too. I'm like, yeah, it does do that reverb. And it sounded great. It was really milky, man. You could really, it was silky. But that matriarch's got that stereo on there. If you look up videos on it, it's super dope, man. It's a heavy board. Like I say, I just don't utilize it as much. It doesn't make any noise. It just bzzz, and you just do your own thing. Kind of like that big modular rack that I got back there. If you want to get into modular shit, it's a good start. It's like a fucking $2,000 board, dude. You know what I mean? So it's a good fair trade, I think. Let me know what you guys think about that. Let me know what you guys think about this, about me and all that good stuff. I hope everybody's doing great, man. And like I say, just lock in. Fuck it. Wake up and go downstairs. Instead of going to sleep, go down there and go work in your studio and work. That's when the best shit comes out, man. This video might do good because I wanted to go to sleep. I'm exhausted. I work a shit ton, guys. But then I come down here and they're like, how do you get all this stuff done? This is, I do. I come down and make it a ritual, dude. I come down here and I try to find my shit. I try to make the whole day's energy that happened outside. Like I say, I pull in and I just start creating, and I think it's dope. I went over a lot of shit today. I'm just rambling, but fuck it. I'm gonna ramble. I'll probably do some giveaways on here just because my studio is getting full. And like I said, I don't like giving shit to you know what I mean, to Guitar Center or Reverb or anything like that. So if anybody's around in St. Louis, man, you need some shit, I got this little freaking APK mini. I mean, little bitty things that'll help in your studio. It's a crap board, but it helps, is all. I have other MIDI gear and stuff like that too. If you need any help getting started with something, even sending audio, I can make it sound a little bit better. And if not, I can send it to some other people who will make it sound a lot better. But that's about all I got. I'm going to wrap things up here. I appreciate you guys for watching, listening to me ramble. But that's what's going on, and I will see you guys on the next one. This shit's badass, but I showed how to play on the keys, the samples, but there's something about the way that I hear the ASR in my headphones, and through this stuff, I run it through my mixer, through channel 1 and 2, into this Rupert Neve Designs, man. I can hear it. It sounds like a freaking rubber band going in there, and I never got to mess with one, so I really want to mess with one. I really want to. Right on, guys. I'll see you later.